Welcome! Today I have another art haul here. This is everything I'm going to be talking about, just to give you a brief overview. Because I went shopping again. I went to my friend's place in a different city and they have an art supply store that I don't have in my city. So the obvious thing I had to do was go shopping there. So let's get into it. Let's start with the boring stuff first. First we have fine liners and brush pens. And the microns were on sale at that store, so I got 4 of them. 2 in brown, 005 and 01 in brown. Because I thought I have tiny ones in black, but I seem to always lose the brown ones, so 2 brown ones and 2 gray ones. Because up until now I've only had a gray fine liner from Unipin, I believe, and I do really like it for paintings where I don't want the liner to show, but I need the guidance of line art. Yeah, same sizes, 005 and 01, so tiny, but this is supposed to be imperceptible, so that's perfect. And then a hard and a soft Tombow Fudenowski brush pen. I'm pretty sure the green tinged one is the soft and the blue one is the hard one. Yeah, I've had mine for a few years and it is starting to dry out. So I thought, you know, my friend was getting some, so I got some as well. So we have the fine liners, then the paper that I got. First I got 2, well, all the blocks I got are small, but mini blocks from Hanemühle. First is a sugarcane paper, so it's made with 70% sugarcane and 30% cotton, and I'm very, very excited to see how this will handle the watercolor. And agave paper, also watercolor paper. And this is 70% agave and 30% cotton. Also it has like a cloudy texture, I don't know if you can tell. But it looks very soft. We will see, I hope it's not too soft. But yeah, those look very exciting and were also, I think on sale? Or just very cheap, I don't remember. But they were very affordable, so I thought, yeah, I'll give them a try. Then I got 2 paint-on pads. First the mix pad. I have this in a larger size, I believe, but I thought the smaller size would be fun for taking it outside to draw on the go. And then I saw they also had a red one, which was news to me and my friend, so I gave her some sheets, of course. And I'm also very excited to try to paint on red. I've never done that. I've painted on gray, tan, black, but you know, the colors are very exciting. And I'm very, very, yeah, excited to see how these perform, especially with like wash or postal color. It'd be very fun to see how that goes. Then I only got 1 paint, which is unheard of. But my friend got a few, and I sampled some of hers. But I got Schminke's Potter's Pink. If you're wondering why there's a little dent, I gave my friend some. So Schminke's Potter's Pink is... I hear so much about this. Some people say it's the best Schminke Horadam color, or the most iconic, or like the best Potter's Pink. And that's exciting. That sounds so exciting. I don't know what else to call it. But so I had to get it. And then I got a very long liner. Extra long, I think that's what it was advertised as. And I got a small little Da Vinci Fit Synthetic, because I do enjoy my, I think it was a 6 that I have from this line. And my friend who I was with recommended this series, this Nova series for gouache. So, of course, I had to get some, a cat's tongue and a round. And later in the day, when I was trying out her brushes, especially in comparison to this one, but I tried, because she has lots of brushes, so I tried some of hers, and I really fell in love with one brush. I was like, oh my god, that's so nice, that's so nice. I really love this one. It was coincidentally, or fatefully, the one I had just bought, but I didn't realize. I was trying out hers and was like, this feels so nice, this is amazing. And then I looked into my little baggie. I was like, I bought this exact brush in this exact size. Fate, probably. So yeah, I'm very excited to use this with gouache, or with poster color. I mean, same difference. Yeah, and then again, I got a cat's tongue. I might get bigger brushes from that series as well. Who knows? And then watercolor brushes, specific watercolor brushes, because that same friend has gifted me this brush for my birthday, the Colineo series from Da Vinci, and I really liked it. So I thought, why not get more of those? And I got a liner, liner 0 from that same line. And then they also have an X point line, and I'm pretty sure that means that it goes to a sharper point, which I really appreciate. And in that line I got a 0 and a 6, and I think those would be really nice for my watercolor painting. Yeah, and the biggest of all things is I got a paint palette, which I'm so excited about. So I'm very happy to have this. So now I can have this as a mixing surface for paints like these and other paints that I have that are not in like a tin or a plastic palette with mixing surface. So I'm very excited to have this, and it's also so beautiful. The scallop edge is so pretty. I don't know, it seems so whimsy, I guess. And I think I'll also just use it to like lay my paint on there, lay my paintbrush on there. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. I think I really wanna swatch this paint. So I just got one of my swatch cards and I'm gonna swatch it with you right now. With my new brush. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what I was thinking putting that teeny tiny amount of paint on the palette, but that did not, I needed more. Again, well, yeah, here I am labeling the swatch card, and I do like to make these swatch cards for all the paints that I have, just to like play with them and see how staining, how granulating, how everything they are pretty much, how transparent, what their mass tone is, how well they lift. And it gives me a better insight in the paints they own and what they can do for me. So yeah, I mean, Potter's Pink, it's very nice, but I think I'll use it most for like mixing, honestly. I find it on its own it's kind of weak. I had to use quite a bit of it just to get some value in there. It's nice, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but I will probably make a monochrome painting with it just to get to know the paint even better. But I think in the future I will most likely just use it in tandem with other beautiful colors. Okay, so I've swatched this, now it's not dry. As you can see, it's still wet, but it is a beautiful color. granulates really nicely. I mean, Schminke says it's semi-transparent. It's fairly transparent. I really like that. And I mean, layers decently. While swatching, I always thought, like, for a second, I did think it should go darker, but that's the mask tone, and that's, I don't know why I thought it would be darker, but yeah, that's a mask tone. It is non-staining, which is nice sometimes, and yeah, I really like it. It's very pretty. I don't know how I'm gonna use it, but it is very pretty and I'm happy to have it. Yeah, and porcelain is porcelain. It's beautiful. The brush, not as pointy as I thought it would be. Like you can see, it split at the tip a little bit. So while it was supposed to have a very nice point, X point, the second I get a little bit of water off, like if it has a lot of water, there's not really a point, and then I get some water off, and then the bristle split. I don't know if I have a faulty one or anything, or I'm using it wrong, but it's not as pointy as I would expect from a series that prides itself on having a sharp point. So, I don't know if I like that. I mean, it holds the water nicely, don't get me wrong, but it's not pointy. It is not pointy, which is disappointing, because I thought I would get a beautiful brush with a very sharp point, but it's not really a sharp point. Maybe I need to use it a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it's user error. I'm gonna hold off on being too judgy. But I have beautiful new things. I'm so happy to use them, and I'm not sure if it would be interesting to have separate videos on especially these two papers, to see me try them out. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments if you'd like to see that. So thank you for watching my little haul. I am very happy with the things I got. Maybe you have some of these and can share your own experiences. I mean, if you liked it, you can watch my other videos. Leave a like or comment, and have a nice day and have fun. Bye bye!